When you grow up in the city, you don't really have a reference point to see firsthand and experience firsthand how food makes it to your table. It has not been a normal aspect of our city life experience for probably 60, 70 years.
I was born into a military family. We lived on and around military bases, so I did not come from a landed family. My family had no land. It's assumed that if you're black, you came from an urban area in the modern world, because there was a time if you were black, it was assumed you came from a rural area. But that changed post-Civil War.
Particularly black and brown people are faced with high concentration poverty, public health issues, all types of challenges and social inequities. And the work we do around developing green spaces, I consider this a liberation work.
We're losing 30,000 acres of land every year, we meaning African American community, and we now own less land collectively than we did in the year 1935.
Like, how do we level the playing field for folks that grew up in poverty?
My father bought this land in 1968. All of my life he grew a garden, and my mom put us to work in it and had us picking and shelling and all that sort of thing. Cattle farming, that was my dad's thing. When we heard the Agrarian Trust presentation, and they emphasized the injustices toward black ownership of land, Dan and I thought, oh, we don't have children. There's nobody we have to leave the land to.
And lo and behold, maybe like 5, maybe 6 months later, Callie Walker decided to donate 80 acres to the Central Virginia Agrarian Commons and said, hey, I want to make sure that this land goes into black or brown farmer hands.
The development of this piece of land to serve as an incubator for people of color who wish to come out and learn about agriculture, that's the real takeaway gift here. And we hope to develop it into a self-sustaining, vibrant community.
We want to work on a whole farm-to-consumer network with 2 to 5 or 7 farming businesses that are doing complementary things.
With the Central Virginia Agrarian Commons, we aspire to connect people to both rural land as well as urban land. By acquiring land in the urban space, we can use that land for folks to be trained and learn to get their chops and then move on to larger parcels of property.
It's not just something that we just do. We understand why we're doing it, and the significance to people who look like me is break the chains. And one of the last vestiges of that is being chained to food systems that you're not included in. That's why agriculture is the game changer.
I don't have a firm answer to the question of how does a person or a household figure out when they're taking too much of the Earth's resources and somebody else is bound to suffer. But the sense that to whom much is given, much is required, that has taken a deep root in me, and I really want to live into dispersing the resources that I've been given and trading them off, I hope, for a form of extended family.
I feel like this is the way that we charge up new generations to appreciate farmers, to become farmers. I see it happening in real time, just how community members are empowered by having access to land. We're not worried about a developer coming in with an offer and being like, yo, you gotta go. Like, no, we can take root.
That's what I'm hoping we'll be able to build here and show by example that a community can really be built up and operated by people of color that are successful in agricultural ventures and live sustainably, so that 5 generations from now, when I'm gone, that this place can still be standing and people can still be learning here. So we're gonna work to see, can we make that happen?
You could think that donating land means you're just giving away everything that you have, but what I really feel like I'm doing is I'm trading it for near neighbors who are growing food, who care about the masses of humanity, who are taking on the social causes. I'm trading it for the world's best neighbors.
We're on the cusp of showing the world what can be done when organizations understand their positionality. The Agrarian Trust shows up as a collaborator to help create these liberation strategies for communities that have been marginalized. And that's the type of work that we need to be doing right now. I'm hype about it.